Have you ever noticed that the quietest person in the room often understands everything? They don't speak much, they don't try to get attention, and yet there's something powerful about them. People often misunderstand them. They assume silence means weakness or lack of confidence, but in reality, silence can be a sign of something much deeper. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, there are a few who choose to stay silent and observe. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They talk just to fill the gaps. They speak just to avoid awkwardness. They make noise so they don't feel ignored. But people who don't talk much don't feel that pressure. They're comfortable being quiet because their confidence doesn't depend on constant validation. They don't need to prove themselves through words. For them, silence is not empty. It's full of awareness. While others are busy talking, they're busy observing. They notice the small things, the tone of someone's voice, the way a person reacts, the expressions that people try to hide. They don't just hear words, they understand emotions. They can sense when something feels off. They can recognize fake behavior without anyone telling them. Because when you talk less, you see more. Their mind is not distracted by unnecessary conversations. It is focused, sharp, and aware. And that's what makes them different. When they speak, they don't speak randomly. They think. They pause. They choose their words carefully. They ask themselves, is this worth saying? Does this add value? Is this necessary? And if the answer is no, they stay silent. That's why, when they finally speak, people listen. Because their words carry weight. Unlike people who talk constantly and slowly lose the value of their voice. There's also something else about them, something most people don't notice. They have strong emotional control. They don't react instantly. They don't explode in every situation. They don't argue just to win. Instead, they pause. They process things internally. They think before they respond. And this gives them a powerful advantage. Because in emotional situations, the calm person always has control. While others lose themselves in anger, they stay grounded. While others speak without thinking, they remain silent and observant. And in that silence, they gain clarity. Another reason they don't talk much is because they value their energy. They understand that not every conversation is worth their time. They don't waste energy on drama. They don't engage in meaningless arguments. They don't try to explain themselves to people who won't understand anyway. They protect their peace. Because they know their energy is limited, and where they invest it matters. You'll also notice that they're comfortable being alone. They don't need constant noise to feel okay. They don't depend on others to feel complete. They enjoy their own company. They think deeply. They reflect. They grow internally. For them, being alone is not loneliness. It's peace. But unfortunately, this is where people misunderstand them. Some think they're rude. Some think they have attitude. Some assume they're weak or socially awkward. But the truth is very different. They simply don't feel the need to speak all the time. They're selective with their words, with their attention, and with the people they open up to. Not everyone deserves access to their thoughts. And that's not arrogance, that's awareness. So the next time you see someone who doesn't talk much, don't judge them too quickly. Because behind that silence, there could be a deep thinker, a strong personality, a calm observer, and someone who understands more than they show. In a world full of noise, silence is rare. And rare things are powerful. If you relate to this, or if you are someone who prefers silence, write in the comments, silence is power. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep